Hello everyone, it's Joseph, your boy Jet Black the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. Today is November 14th, 2019. It is a Thursday. We're currently streaming at 7:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time in Huntsville, Alabama, aka Rocket City as always. Today I'm going to be talking about my day-to-day, and we're going to be playing some Dueling Nexus, some Dueling Nexus. Now real quick, let me check to make sure that Dueling Nexus is what you guys voted for, because we actually have a poll where we get to decide that kind of thing. And I can also see comments on what people want versus don't want. So I'm going to go to the community tab real quick and check the results. Dueling Nexus wins most of the time, but that doesn't mean that it wins every time. So we're going to double check that right now. Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh did win. It got 62% of the votes. We got 13 votes. Thank you guys for participating in the poll. Truly appreciate it. So now let me get the live chat set up. That way I'll be able to see what you all are talking about in the live chat. I'm also going to get a queue set up. That way I'll be able to keep up with the order of everyone playing and stuff like that. Also, that hurts my entire being. So I tried to do the live events thing that I normally do in order to see the live chat, but it's now defaulting to YouTube Studio, so I'm going to have to do it the jank way, aka in the grossest way possible. Uh, so please bear with me. Do 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 do. So YouTube has changed how you do everything. Um, but they had a few things left over from how you used to be able to use YouTube. And one of those things in particular, I was using in order to try to easily jump into the live chat. Here we go. So now I have the live chat set up. That's good. We got it. So I'm going to pop out the live chat. By the way, my day's been great. It's been mainly work. Been mainly working. Yo, Kratos and Zombie Master, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy and any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Doo, 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 doo. Other than work, I haven't really done much of anything. I got a delivery milkshake. That was pretty good. Also, I finished Yu Yu Hakusho. I cried. Very solid anime. I haven't seen all of the show, but I've seen the Dark Tournament arc, the Chapter Black arc, a little bit of the beginning of the show, and the final arc of the show. And that's what I finished today, was the final arc. First up in our duel queue is your boy Kratos. The link to the duel is now in the live chat. Doo, 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 doo. Bum, 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 bum. Also, I'm enjoying some apple cider right now. It's refrigerated apple cider, so it's cold rather than being like a hot drink. But don't worry, Kratos and Zombie Master have been added to the queue. Kratos is going to be first, followed by Zombie Master. Right now, I'm waiting for Kratos to pop into this duel room. But currently, Kratos is not there. Oh, he just appeared. Welcome, Kratos. It's good to have you. See, rock, paper, scissors. This is the real game. This is the game before the game. Ooh, and he got me. Use rock to my predictable scissors. I throw scissors pretty much every time. Okay. So I'm going first. I'm going to start by playing Pot of Extravagance to banish 6 cards from my extra deck, but it allows me to draw 2 cards from my deck. I set a card face down on my field. I activate Swords of Revealing Light. I activate Meteor of Destruction. I now have 3 cards in hand, 1 card set face down, and, well, actually, I'm going to activate that card. Trickstar Reincarnation, to make you discard your entire hand and then draw that many cards back. So Kratos currently has 6 banished cards and 6 cards in hand, with 48 cards remaining in his deck. So clearly he's running a more than 40 card deck, which is kind of gross. But he knows that I'm running some mill, so it's understandable. Also, thank you, whoever smashed the like button. Truly appreciate it. Godzilla said third. Okay, I will add you to the duel queue. Yo, Godzilla, how's your day today? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Do you have any questions for your boy or any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about on the stream? Oh, we got 2 likes. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's like 50% of the current audience. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the stream. Ooh, Kratos isn't gonna like this. Activate Pot of Extravagance from my hand. Banish 6 cards from my extra deck so I can draw 2 cards. Activate Mystic Mine. Activate Terraforming, adding another Mystic Mine from my deck to my hand. I set a card face down on my field. And I end my turn. I activate Present card at the start of your turn to make you discard your hand and then draw 5 more cards. Okay. Then Kratos, was able to refill his deck a little bit. Okay. I set a card face down, and I end my turn. During Kratos' draw phase, I activate another present card, make you discard your hand, and then draw 5 cards. Kratos does have a thick deck though, so he has 36 cards left in his deck. But he does have 6 banished cards and 10 cards in his graveyard. Godzilla said like and subscribe. Oh, thank you kindly, Godzilla. Truly appreciate it. Let's see. I'm curious what Kratos' plan is in order to get past my Mystic Mine. Kratos does have a lot of cards in deck. If he had a lot of spell and trap card removal, it would make sense. Kratos said, I was late getting into the lobby, so I didn't have time to get my new deck on a Nexus, so I still have the same deck that doesn't really have a way around mine. I see. Oh, Kratos surrendered. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Oops, solid game. Next up in the duel queue, we have Zombie Master. Zombie Master. Come on down. Let me post that link in the live chat. Godzilla said if you smash that like button, then it becomes blue. Crazy, right? Hey, if you want to turn that like button Super Saiyan blue, make sure you smash it. So yeah, Zombie Master, you're next up. Not Godzilla, but Zombie Master. Godzilla will be after Zombie Master. Zombie Master said, I'll let Godzilla go ahead of me. I can't get on until 9, which is in 7 minutes. Okay. Solid. Godzilla then said, thanks. Dun, 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 dun. Got him. That time I threw paper to be tricky. Also, I really like going second. Godzilla said, that's very kind of you. And then he said, how? He got onto the rock meta. How the hell? Very anime. Godzilla said, he's learning. Dun, dun, dun. So it's Godzilla's first turn. Godzilla started by playing a monster. Against my deck, that is normally not the best thing to do. I activate Mystic Mine. I activate Tremendous Fire. I set a card face down. I end my turn. I keep forgetting you have to manually change chaining to manual. Activate present card, make you discard your hand and then draw a hand. Godzilla said, I can't really do anything. Mm. That is indeed the idea of my deck. Oh, you're playing Tinyis and Kaijus together? That's interesting. Yeah, Swords of Burning Light doesn't work if you control monsters. Or if your opponent has 5 cards in hand. You don't really need 2 Swords of Concealing Light. I've done stuff like that before, like to have redundancies. But it's not really necessary, especially when you're not facing an opponent who has like an out. Like I don't have any spell or trap card removal. You could have like 6 of those and it wouldn't really matter. Also, I'm not attacking you, so you don't really need battle protection. Godzilla said it's related to Swords of Revealing Light. I'm aware. That is 100% true. You are speaking the truth. I activate 2 Cauldron of the Old Mans, so I can deal 600 damage to you. Godzilla said 10% true. Let's see. Zombie Master said, well, I don't really have a choice. I can tell my dad to get off of it, because that won't end well. And then he corrected it to can't. That's understandable, no problem. Kratos said, bleh. Hold on. Excuse me. Kratos said, oh yeah, Nick. I think I forgot to tell you, I came up with a name for my Magic Wave survival game. Not the one for the game jam, but the one we've been talking about. The one that I was like, nameless would be cool. Uh, I remember doing like a brainstorming thing where I sent you like a whole bunch of names, but I can't remember what all the names were. Um, and then Kratos said, yes, that one. Yeah, they must be in Messenger somewhere, all those names. So Kratos said, I decided on. Also, Godzilla's super hype because he got his big kaiju out on the board. Mm. It can't hit me though, due to Mystic Mine. Let's see. So Kratos said the name that he decided on was the Tome of the Empire. Interesting. Could you give us a little bit of background about why you named your game the Tome of the Empire? Then Godzilla said, wait, I can't do anything. Yep, that's because of Mystic Mine. Mystic Mind says if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, I currently don't have any monsters, your opponent cannot activate monster effects or declare an attack. Uh, so yeah, I don't have any monsters. You have one monster. You can't attack me. Godzilla said I can't get out of the battle phase. So when you click main phase 2 or the end phase, it just doesn't do anything. What happens if you double click your deck? Okay. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. So next up would be Zombie Master if he happens to be available. Otherwise, Kratos. Godzilla said, I surrender. That's what happens. Then Godzilla said, what now? So it sounded like your game got locked out to where you couldn't move through the thing. So the reason why I said double click the deck was because it's like it just sounds like you don't have another choice. It just sounds like you can't progress because you can't attack while Mystic Mind's up, and then the game locked you, so you couldn't really do anything else. So Kratos said there is a legendary tournament where mages of all types compete against each other, surviving against waves of enemies. The winner gets the ultimate source of magic, the Tome of the Empire. Oh, I see. That's not a bad name. I dig it. You add a little bit of lore behind it. Then Zombie Master said, "I'm coming." Okay. Well, welcome, welcome. Kratos. Zombie Master says he's on his way. So let's clear some space for him. Okay. Now we are gonna do the countdown. So we're about to stack up those numbers. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Oh, there he is. Ba-bow. Ooh, paper to paper. Mm. Paper, scissors to scissors. mm. Mm. Oh, scissors to scissors again. Boom, 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 boom. Paper to rock. Got him. Okay, going second. Let's see. Godzilla said, I'm making a little animation with my friends. It's not going to be online, it's going to be on paper. Interesting. What's the little animation going to be? Godzilla said, we're calling it the Rise of the Primordial. Is it like a kaiju related thing? Also, I believe your boy Zombie Master's playing ghost tricks once again. Ooh, I almost misplayed. I activate Pot of Indulgence. I banish 6 cards from the top of my deck. Well, sorry, from the top of my extra deck to draw 2 cards from the top of my deck. I now am going to set 1, 2, 3. I'm going to set 3 cards. Then I'm going to activate Swords of Burning Light. And then I'm going to end my turn. At the start of your turn, I'm going to activate Present Card. Make you discard your 2 cards you had in it. Well, 3 cards I think you had in hand. And then make you draw 5. Your first 5. Not really your first. That's a reference to a Battle Claw tournament, which is quite memey. Let's see. Godzilla said, it's about a big fish hydra thing attacking a high-tech advanced super island nation. And you're going to make it on paper? So, at first when you said you're going to make it on paper, I was like, oh, it's going to be like a flip book animation. Now I just actually don't know what it's going to be. Let's see. Kratos said, I love the lore because it gives it a mysterious name that may intrigue some people, and it actually gives the players a reason to be competing in these waves. It gives the character motivation. Oh, I see where you're coming from. And it explains why there are competitive online leaderboards and why there are different classes to choose. I see, it's making sense. Brian said, hey Nick, I'm making a Cleefort anti-meta deck. If I send you the link, can you give your opinion on the deck? I would like to face your deck. Like, if you want me to give you my opinion on it, come and fight me in Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see, I'm going to start my turn by activating Pot of Extravagance. I banish 6 cards from my extra deck so that I can add 2 cards from my deck to my hand. Now with these 2 cards added to my hand, first I'm going to activate Meteor of Destruction. If it goes off, you will lose 1,000 life points. Now that I've successfully used Meteor of Destruction, I am going to activate Tremendous Fire. If this goes off, you will lose another 1,000 life points, but I will lose 500 life points as a part of the cost. I'm going to set a card face down on my field. In phase, in turn. At the start of your turn, I'm going to activate Present Card once again to have you discard 3 cards from your hand and then draw 5 cards from your deck. Let's see. Godzilla said, and there's an Amazonian warrior as the main character. Interesting. Kind of sounds like a Wonder Woman story once you say that. Brian said, sure. He said, my name on Nexus is my screen needs to be cleaned. LG. Okay. Oh, LG, would you like to be added to the duel queue? I can put you in after Zombie Master, which essentially would just make you next. Brian said, sure. Okay. Ballin'. I will add you to the queue now. My friend Dozer sent me a message on Facebook that said dying. Uh, so I'm gonna send "Are you okay?" question mark. But I had asked him, "What have you been up to today?" So I'm sure that him saying dying is more of like a jokey thing. Also, rip Mystic Mine. He says he's okay. His safety has been confirmed. Right now I have the life point lead and the deck lead on Zombie Master. Excuse me. Let's see if I can maintain that. Okay, I'm going to set a card face down. And in my turn. No chain. I'm curious to see how well Zombie Master's setup goes. Because his ghost tricks, they do like milling thanks to Reaper. So I think he's about to mill me for like 4 cards. Which is not bad. What? Or no. Or he can do that, I guess. Okay. Yep. Oh, it's like a banish form of mill. Rip. I mean, it wouldn't really matter if I went to my graveyard either. It's not like I have stuff to get things back from the graveyard. I guess I'm now curious what I would have drawn if I had not been milled. Zombie Master said, is everything okay, Zombie Master? Then Zombie Master said it gave him an error. Interesting. You might have to do something similar to what Godzilla did, where you just kind of double click your deck. Because there's not much we can really do when Nexus just poops out on us. You know what I mean? Sometimes Nexus has to take the poopy. Brian said, oh, I'm absent, by the way. Oh, welcome back, absent. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Brian said, good to see you're doing Yu-Gi-Oh streams again. Yeah. We have fan polls, but they're not like what they used to be. They're very specific things that people can pick. They're all things that we can do online together. And Yu-Gi-Oh seems to be what wins the most. Brawlhalla gets like a good amount of votes, but there just isn't as big of an audience for Brawlhalla on this channel at least as there is for Yu-Gi-Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Also, before we brought the fan polls back in the way that they currently are, there was like some demand for Jackbox. So Jackbox is on like the list of things that people can vote for, and it rarely gets voted for at all. So I was telling them even beforehand, like people don't. Oh, Zombie Master said the error won't even let him click his deck. It's just a blue screen. Oh, I see. Okay. Absent. It is your time to shine. I will send you the link. Zombie Master said, that was jank. Agreed. Agreed. That is like the second janked duel of this setup. Ooh, he got me. He knew that I was going to use scissors. Let's see. Zombie Master said, I might would have won. I feel like those words, they describe different things. Okay, so this is Absint's Cleafort deck. Anti-meta Cleafort. I actually don't know a lot about Cleaforts at all. What is the theme of Cleaforts? I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I don't actually understand the, I guess, design of. Like maybe they're like ships. Are they supposed to be like Atlanteans or something? Zombie Master said maybe it broke because I flipped too much stuff down because it said stack error. Oh, interesting. Also, hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake, with Zombie Master and of course with Godzilla and Kratos. LG said this is why I don't like Nexus because you can't go backwards if like a misplay or anything happens. Are the Cleaforts like machines? I noticed the flavor text on Cleafort Monolith looks like error code, which makes me think that Cleaforts are like machines. I guess I'll look up what their lore is. Dun, 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 dun. LG said was supposed to lower disc by 2 levels with domain and tribute summon it. What happened instead? LG said click summon on disc like an idiot. No problem, it happens. It is now my turn. Let's see, so I'm going to start my turn by setting a card face down on my field. I'm now going to activate Swords of Burning Light. I will also activate 2 Cauldron of the Old Man. So I can burn you for 600 life points. Also, before I end my turn, I'm going to change chaining to manual, and then I'm going to end my turn. No chain. Tall and tangy, young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema takes a poopy in. When she poops, each one who sees her goes, ew. Let's see, I'm going to activate Trickstar Reincarnation. You didn't have a lot of cards in hand, but I don't know, I just wanted to do it. I was like, he has pendulum scales, So it's likely that if I don't do it, he'll just pendulum out anyways. Like it won't really matter. Let's see. So you summon towers. I've heard towers is really hard to deal with. Let's see. It's unaffected by spell and trap card effects and by activated effects from any monster whose original level slash rank is lower than this card's current level. Hmm. Well, then I imagine that my answer to that wouldn't actually do anything. So I am going to put counters on my cauldrons. I'm going to activate Meteor of Destruction so I can hit you for 1,000. I'm going to activate Swords of Burning Light even though it won't affect you. Then I'm going to burn you for 1,200 and pass. Towers does seem like it'd be very difficult to deal with. Do 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 do. Right now, I'm trying to look up Cleaforts to figure out what their like lore thing is. Gazelle said, "Who's winning in terms of life points?" Me. In terms of like deck, like amount of cards left in deck, also me. In terms of like board state, yeah, he has towers. He might be winning. uh, it's just I don't think I have a way to really get around towers. If it's unaffected by spell effects and it's unaffected by monster effects whose levels are lower than it, then it's like, oh well, I don't have shit for that. Let's see. Kratos said, so Nick, I'm thinking about building a burn deck based around Synchronized Realm. What is Synchronized Realm? Goatboy Gaming said, hi. Yo, Goatboy Gaming. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Also, don't forget to smash that like button. Truly appreciate it. Check it out. Let's see. Something's happening right now. Are you targeting my hand for something? Ooh. What did he use to goot my hand? Let's see. Oh, Towers got my hand? What? Also, oh, this sucks. I drew a Meteor of Destruction, which I can't use because you're slightly lower in life points. Like you're just past the amount to where I could use it. Let's see. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle, but it's not too bad. I think I know a way to get slightly out of this pickle. Okay, so I gained some life points. Now I'm going to activate the other cauldron to burn you a little bit. I'm going to end my turn. I missed some of what you said, Absent. It's really hard for me to read the Dueling Nexus chat. Absent said, do you like the Monarch engine with the Cleaforts? So I noticed that you've been playing Tenacity of the Monarchs. Reveal one monster in your hand with 2,400 attack and 1,000 defense, or 2,800 attack and 1,000 defense. Add one Monarch spell or try card from your deck to your hand. Except Tenacity of the Monarchs, you can only activate one Tenacity of the Monarchs once per turn. And then you have Domain of the True Monarchs. Well, you have no cards in your extra deck, and you are the only player that controls a Tribute Summon monster. Your opponent cannot special summon a monster in the extra deck. If a Tribute Summon monster you control attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 800 attack during damage calculation only. Once per turn, you can reduce the level. Oh crap, I'm gonna die this turn. You can hashtag GG, hashtag a game, hashtag handshake. One monster done in your hand by two. Um, it seems fine. I feel like if I had a different type of deck, I'd be able to see the effects of that more. But because I'm not really running monsters, or running an extra deck. Really, my extra deck is meant just for like draw power. um, I don't really see a lot of what your deck does, if that makes sense. So Godzilla asked, "Who's next?" Next up is Kratos. Brian said, "Monarchs erupt negates monster effects, except tribute summon monsters." Oh, well, I mean, you already kind of have Towers, who is already kind of immune to stuff, but that's still not bad. That's pretty good. Because blanket effect negation is still pretty good. Kratos said, "You wouldn't be able to only use that to burn your opponent, because you need to synchro summon 16 times to deal 8,000 damage, but that paired with attacking should be pretty effective." Weird flex, but okay. It's like a synchro based burn deck. Okay. I went for paper because I knew you were going to go for rock. I choose to go second. Brian said, "Well, yeah, but link monsters can affect towers." Oh, you're right. No level. Let's see. Kratos said, "Each time you synchro summon a synchro monster, inflict 500 damage to your opponent." That's kind of weak sauce. Just because there are cards that'll for free let you burn an opponent. If I had drawn Tremendous Fire instead of drawing Meteor of Destruction, I maybe could have won that last duel. Instead of increasing my life points, I would have burned with both cauldrons. Oh, that's wonderful. So, Eradicator Epidemic Virus already took out half of my hand, I guess. Hard cut. Did I lose anything of value? Yeah, I lost my Pot of Greed equivalent. Okay. I'm going to set Chaining to Manual at the start of my turn. I set a card face down. Kratos is running a Dark Magician layer deck, I would guess. Because he has Eradicator Epidemic Virus, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a Layer of Dark Magician deck. Which I know he has something like that. Kratos said, "Yup, makes sense." Ding, 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 ding. Dun, 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 dun. Kratos said, "And yes, there are cards that burn for free, but this is a continuous spell that burns as you summon powerful monsters." Which isn't terrible, but it's still like, I don't know. Let's see. Absent said, "I'm going to buy the Cleafort deck and take it to my locals." Oh, nice. Best of luck. I hope you enjoy it. I used to do local tournaments when I was younger. Like when I first was getting into Yu-Gi-Oh, Zexal had like just come out. I used to go to my local card shop to do tournaments and stuff like that. But at a certain point, I stopped. But I will say that's part of what got me more into comic books, is that I would buy like the 25 cent, 50 cent comics and stuff like that, and I would read them like in between rounds. Kratos said, "Why, thank you for the free cards." No problem. It's what my deck's all about. That's why it's called Present Card. It's got She Karibo on it. I don't think that's the real name of the female Karibo. I actually have no idea what it is. Maybe it's not a female Karibo. Maybe it's just a normal Karibo, but it's looking like kawaii as fuck because it's got those anime eyes. Ding, 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 ding. There's a monster that looks just like Karibo. I think it's called like Attic Dweller or something, but it looks like Crackhead Karibo. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen it. Ding, 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 ding. I still don't know what the Klee are, like lore wise, like thematically. I don't know what the Klee are supposed to be. They are machines though. But they look really weird. This shirt is glow in the dark. I got it for my birthday a while ago, maybe like a few years ago. But the glow in the dark thing always surprises me because let's see. Kratos said that Swift Scarecrow cannot save you. Are you sure about that? Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Activate threatening roar. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, interesting. You negated it. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, wow, 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 ding, ding, da, 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 da. Ding, 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 ding. See, that's going to be a lot of damage. The Eradicator virus definitely did a number on my setup because now I just don't have as many resources to work with. Meanwhile, my deck gave you, it gave you a resource resort. You just have like a ton of stuff that you can work with. Boom, bamp, bada bop, boom, pow. So I activated Swift Scarecrow, but all your Dark Magicians are unaffected by opponent's card effects. Yep, because of Eternal Soul. So you goot me. Is it enough to kill? 6 plus 1 plus. I mean, it should be enough to kill. If you swing with everybody, it should be enough. Ding, 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 ding. Because remember, we try not to keep the duels running longer than they have to in order to allow everybody to play. Kratos said if you would have waited until after I attacked with the Dark Magicians, you could have saved yourself. Interesting. Is that true? 1,000, 1,500, 7,500. You're right. I could have stopped the very last attack, and it would have left me with 500 life points remaining, to which then I would have been top decking. And then even if I had top decked, Kratos then said, no, 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 what? Did you get errored? Did you get hit with the glitch, the blue screen, the stack error? Kratos said, Swift Scarecrow ends the battle phase if it triggers. Oh, Ebon Illusion Magician doesn't count as a Dark Magician. I see. So I would have only been hit for 5,000, and then when either Ebon swung or Magician's Rod swung, I could have ended the battle phase. I see. I thought Ebon Illusion Magician was also a Dark Magician, but I guess he's not. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Check it about. So let's see. We've been getting a lot of duels done, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Next up is Godzilla. Godzilla, are you still down to duel? Let me hit up Godzilla with that countdown. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. There we go. Godzilla has arrived. He used paper. How did he know? Okay, so I'm going first apparently. I set 2 cards face down. I activate Swords of Revealing Light. I end my turn. I forgot to set Chaining to Manual. I activate Trickstar Reincarnation. I couldn't activate it at the very beginning of your turn because I didn't have it set to manual, which is gross. So you're able to get your field play spell card out onto the field immediately. Ding, 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 before I could use Trickster Reincarnation to mill you for the full 12, technically, because it would be banish 6, draw 12. I mean, Is banishing from the hand really mill though? It gets rid of resources. I mean, it ends up accomplishing somewhat of the same goal, but you kind of already have cards in your hand, so it doesn't reduce your deck size any more than what it kind of was at the beginning of your turn. Well, no, it decreases it by 6, so I don't know. Godzilla said you kill my Thunder King. Heck. I'm very curious if I should even play Soul Levy. I don't think curious is the word that I should have used. I don't know if I should play Soul Levy because I have a feeling you're not going to special summon any monsters. You're going to like tribute summon monsters. So I may just not use Soul Levy. So I asked my girlfriend, also thank you for smashing that like button, truly appreciate it. I asked my girlfriend if her and her best friend were being hunted by demons, what would they try to do to defeat them? And then she was like, we would burn biochem in a fire and throw it at them and try to burn them with flaming sticks. And I'm like, where would you get like biochemicals and where would you get like flaming sticks? Also, I'm not sure if she means biochemicals when because she said biochem. I'm not sure if she means biochemicals or if she means like a biochem book, like a biochemistry like textbook that you just light on fire and you throw. Also, Godzilla, did you freeze again? Did you get caught up with an error? Kratos said, wouldn't demons be immune to fire? Um, Sometimes it really depends on like who's writing the story. Godzilla said, "Yeah, don't worry. Now you are unfrozen." Godzilla said it's good now. Okay, balling. I'm glad. But yeah, you would think if there were like hell demons in like a place that's always on fire, that they'd be immune to fire. But isn't the whole point of shows like Fire Force, like demons fighting like fire-based people, like people who have fire powers fighting demons? So it's not unheard of like demons to get like hurt by fire. Also, like the concept of holy flame, I guess, is like a thing as well. Let's see. Godzilla said he got towers, so I wouldn't win. Each time a spell card is activated, place one spell counter on this card. When that spell counter resolves, if the fourth spell counter is placed on this card, destroy this card. And if you do, the player who activated the spell card at that time takes 3,000 damage. So it's essentially a turn-taking thing, the Tower of Babel. So that could go either way. That could potentially backfire on you. But it might not. So I'll put the first counter on it. I activate Tremendous Fire. Godzilla said you can't attack. That's true. I also just don't attack with this deck. Godzilla said, what? Yeah, so whenever I play cards that deal damage to you, they're normally like spell cards, like Tremendous Fire, that just deal damage to you for free. Godzilla said, see now your tower has two counters on it. Like each time you play a spell card, it also helps increase the number of counters that have been put on the card. So check this out. I'm going to activate Meteor of Destruction. You're going to take 1,000 damage. Now Tower of Babel is at 3 counters. Either one of us plays a spell card while Tower of Babel's on the field, we're going to take 3,000 damage. And for you right now, that's like half your life. So you're just locked out of spell cards right now. Like, I could play a spell card, I would still be in an okay position. I wouldn't have lost like half my life. I'd be at like 45. Godzilla said, I'm confused. I'm just gonna. Are you gonna play a spell card? Try to win. Understandable. I believe in you, Godzilla. Kratos said, I mean, in D&D, there are many different types of demons and different elements of demons, but in the traditional hellish demons wouldn't be affected by fire. Godzilla said, don't believe in me. Who should I believe in, Godzilla? It looks like your swords of revealing light is gone. So if I did have things to attack you with, I could attack you. Do you happen to have any other swords of revealing light in your hand in order to try and, like, stop me from hitting you? Oh, it looks like you played a spell card. You played Twin Swords of Flashing Light Trice, which is going to set Tower Babel over the edge, which is going to make you take 3,000 life points in damage. Let's see. Serena said, hello. Yo, Serena. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Thank you for smashing that like button. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about on the stream? Godzilla said, found my favorite Dragonborn reskin as well. Kaijuborn. Hey. I see now the conversation has swayed into D&D territory. I feel like you are now in a very tricky situation, Godzilla, because you have less life points than you did before. At the start of your turn, right after you draw, activate present card. You discard your entire hand, then draw 5 cards. Let's see, Godzilla said this is a lesson in trickery. Because this is going down in history. Wait a minute, what is this song? This sounds familiar. Because this is going down in history. If you want to be a villain #1, lesson in trickery. It's a meme. Oh, it's the We're #1 song from whatchamacallit, Lazy Town. It's the Lazy Town thing. Let's see. Kratos said, okay, I have a new deck idea to compete with your deck. It is a risky strategy though, but we'll see. Godzilla swung into me with a 0 attack monster. It can attack twice for 0. So I just let it happen because 0 attack deals 0 damage. Even if you do it twice. Guys, listen, I'm doing so much damage to you. Man. he said, I think I'm going to win. Let's see. Kratos said, in Dragonborn is my favorite race. I recently created a really fun Dragonborn paladin character that has a very interesting story and ideals. Ooh, would you like to share your story and ideals with the audience? Kratos said, of course, 1 second. No problem. Take your time. Let's just relax. After the stream, I'm going to have some gumbo. I'm thinking about getting like a bowl of gumbo, a sandwich, and some chips. Maybe like a protein bar. Godzilla said, I just started D&D, and I'm playing as a dragonborn barbarian that breathes acid and decapitates enemies. I like that you specified that you specifically decapitate them. You don't do other stuff. shots, mainly no head. That's your thing. That's your trademark. People walk in the room, nobody's got heads. They're like, guess who's here? What do you normally use the acid spit for? Let's see. Godzilla's up with a giant maul. So I know that a maul is a weapon, but I don't remember what like mauls look like. Also, my turn is about to begin. Godzilla activated swords, spiritual swords of revealing light. Excuse me. Which is kind of redundant. He already has normal swords of revealing light. Let's see. Then Godzilla said, not giant, just maul. And then he said, me either. He said, just think big hammers. Then Godzilla said, Thunder King Mecha. And then I think he said it. I think he tribute set his monster. So I'm Googling maul now. Huh, it's kind of like a hammer and an axe put together. Also, it's spelled just like the name of Darth Maul from Star Wars. Godzilla said, there's another boy in the house. I don't know why I thought that was funny, but I guess I didn't expect him to say it. I'm gonna tell my girlfriend what Kratos said. Kratos is wondering why demons would be harmed by fire. Godzilla said, don't expect me to say it. Say what? What's going on? Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Kratos said, so the whole thing with my Dragonborn, that name though, Kratos, why did you name him that? Psychorathias. Psychorathias? Am I saying that correctly? I feel like I'm not. Psychorath. I'm trying to see if there's like a special way you say it. Is it Psychorathias or is it Psych Arthias? That's still the same thing. Psychorathias. Am I supposed to like roll the R? I just want to know what the how you're supposed to pronounce the name. Let's see. Godzilla said, "My name is much easier to say. Galasar." Agreed. It seems like galaxy and dinosaur, kind of. Let's see. Kratos said, Sai, Kar, Wrath, Ias. So that's supposed to be pronounced Wrath? Psychorathias. I think if you had a W in there, even though the name is already kind of obtuse, I would see it. I would see the like hard wrath, but I think the two R's at most I think to roll them. I don't see it as like wrath sound. Psychorathias. Like there is wrath in there, but it's very subtle. I think if you had the W, just pop off. Kratos said, Psychorathias is that he believes with all his heart that he is a real dragon and just doesn't have wings. That doesn't sound too crazy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's almost just what a dragonborn is. So that works. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. So then Godzilla said, Galasar. What? What? How is that how you're supposed to pronounce it? Galasar. Instead of just Galasar, Galasar. It sounds like a barbarian is saying it, but you are a barbarian, so I guess that makes sense. But I guess I wouldn't have gotten that pronunciation just from looking at it. He said Balasar with a G. That wouldn't be Balasar. That would be Balasar. Let's see. Godzilla said, I'm trying to make my character like a Godzilla build, basically. But like not, but like yes. Then Godzilla said, sorry, yes, you're saying it right. I must have done it wrong. Kratos said, oh no, that is not at all what Dragonborn are. Dragonborn are not even directly related to dragons in the sense where they aren't birthed from dragons themselves. They are not dragons without wings. They're a completely different race. So I thought Dragonborn were more or less like humanoid dragons. At least that's what I always thought they were. Because there's a feat that will let you like get wings. I just thought they didn't necessarily like all have wings, but I know it's possible to have wings. You know what I mean? So they seem pretty close. I always thought they were maybe like part human, part dragon kind of thing. I've played a Dragonborn once, and I probably have learned about Dragonborns before, but have just forgotten the information. Godzilla said, fight me, fight him. Right now, I'm just kind of waiting on the duel, then just waiting. Let's see. So, Kratos said they are not dragons without wings. They're a completely different race. Oh, I already read that. I don't know why I thought that was new. Absent said, rip me, the Clayfort deck is $60. That's the equivalent of buying like a new video game. Speaking of new video games, are any of you guys hyped for any new games coming out? I'm still waiting for Lego Star Wars. I think that's the next big one that I want to get. I might even pre-order it just to be impatient. Um, but we'll see. Kratos said, right. They are a humanoid type of dragons, not dragons. And the wings thing is a sorcerer class trait where for having a draconic bloodline, you're able to grow wings, but that's a sorcerer thing. I feel like there's another one. Hold on. Dragonborn wing feet. 5e. Unearthed, Unearthed Arcana. Feats for races. Okay. So this is an Unearthed Arcana. Where are the feats at? Oh, I'm just already in the feats. Okay, Dragon Hide. Dragon Wings. Prerequisite. Dragonborn. You sprout draconic wings. With your wings, you have a flying speed of 20 feet if you aren't wearing heavy armor and aren't exceeding your carrying capacity. So in Unearthed Arcana, you can just have wings. It's a feat, so you're gonna have to wait until you're able to take the feat. But you can do it. Also, I now have Cauldron of the Old Man. I burn you for 300. Pass turn. Let's see. Then Kratos said, so any race can get those wings from playing a sorcerer. Well, if you use Unearthed Arcana, you can get wings specifically for being a Dragonborn. Let's see. Not Godzilla. Absent said, well, I'm hyped for a new gaming console. So what new gaming consoles got you hyped? Then he said, look up Google Stadia. So I'm also excited for Google Stadia. I'm going to just buy games through it though. I'm not going to use like the paid for service platform. I'm just gonna buy games on it, and that's it. And I'm gonna try to run them on my Chromebook because I think it'd be really interesting. Also, it's made with streaming in mind, which I'm also kind of hyped for, and it doesn't have like a paid for online, so it's free online play. I can play on my Chromebook, and it's made with streaming in mind. So those three things. So I'm hyped for that. I think it'll be interesting. Let's see. Uh, Godzilla said hype for buying Castle Crashers on on Steam. Then he said Galasar. Yeah, there you go. Then Godzilla said that's how you say Galasar. He said there we go. I must have done it right. Possibly. Let's see. Absent said it's a sick new concept where you can stream games on your TV like you would a YouTube video. I'm aware. I am pretty sure I even did a video talking about Stadia at some point. But yeah, I'm also hyped for Stadia. I'm probably going to get Samurai Showdown or Mortal Kombat 11. More than likely Mortal Kombat 11 on Stadia, so I can stream it on Stadia and have it on my Chromebook. I'm curious how much the games cost. I think they're like full price games, like they're like $60. But I don't know. I still would probably be willing to buy it though. The free online is part of what I'm hyped for. There's a lot of hate going towards Stadia though. Have you heard a lot of the negative hype today? I've watched like two different videos today about people being disappointed about the first 14, is it first 12, about the first 12 games being released. Like two of them are like Tomb Raider games that are kind of old. And a lot of them are on sale already just on other platforms. Kratos said, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. They still completely are not dragons. They don't even have tails. I'm pretty sure that's another one of these feats, my guy. Uh, give me like one moment, uh, because I think I think you can just get a tail. Let's see. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So you can get scales, and you can, well, you can harden your scales as armor. You can grow claws. Is that it? Can you not get a tail? I'm very surprised that you can't get a tail. But I'm looking at it right now and I didn't see tail. I saw the scales, I saw the claws, I saw the wings. Maybe you can't. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it's just farther down in this list. Huh? Maybe you can't. I'm gonna Google this. Yeah, I am heavily interested in this. Dragonborn tail feet 5e. Let's see. RPG stack exchange. Let's see. No, you're probably thinking of the Dragon Wings feature for Sorcerer's Draconic Bloodline archetype. Dragonborn look very much like dragons standing erect in human form, though they lack wings or a tail. Let's see. Oh, I won. Godzilla timed out. Justin's answer is correct by the core rules. However, the feats for races Unearthed Arcana, released in 2017, has the Dragon Wings feat, which is Dragonborn only and gives the character wings. Mechanically, this grants a 20-foot fly speed while not in heavy armor. Note, Unearthed Arcana editions are playtest material and thus not guaranteed to be balanced. As always, ask your DM first and be prepared for a no. Yeah, I guess there isn't like a tail-based feat, but there is the wing thing though. Let's see. So Kratos said, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. They still completely are not dragons. They don't even have tails, though most fan art incorrectly makes them with tails, which I have no problem with. They look cooler." Agreed. Let's see. He said, "So my character's whole thing is I'm a dragon, and it is my right to rule over everything, even though he's completely wrong." So I don't understand why being a dragon would make it where I have the right to rule over everything. Like does it take place in a world where dragons are kings? Let's see. Godzilla said, "I like that you said Galaxy plus SAR. I did not intend it, but that's a cool idea. I think I might make it more like that." Okay, ballin'. I'm glad that you like it. Absent said, "I think the subscription service would be better budget wise. Can you look at my Cleafort list now?" So rather than looking at decks and doing deck breakdowns like I used to, I now mainly just face people. I am interested in doing custom card reviews, but I would limit it to like 5 cards at most for like a custom card review. So I wouldn't do like more than 5 cards. Let's see, reading through. Also, Google Stadia in itself isn't really a subscription service, which I think a lot of people are getting it twisted on. Like, it is a subscription in the idea that you can pay like a regular amount of money in order to gain access to like sales on games, but you can actually just buy games through Google Stadia without having to pay like a monthly subscription fee. You can just pay for the game and then just have the game. That's what I'm going to do. If you do the monthly subscription fee thing, you get sales, and I think you get access to like higher resolution like games. Like you can play like 4K games if you have like the internet connection for it. But that's all you really get with the subscription thing. It's not like Xbox Game Pass or like PlayStation Now or anything like that. It's just a storefront. I think a lot of people have been confused on that. Ooh, crap. I somehow scrolled to the top by accident. Let's see. Godzilla said if you ask your DM if Dragonborns can have tails, and they say yes, then Dragonborns have tails in your D&D game. That's true. Kratos said, so you can get additional traits to make you more draconic, but if they were dragons, they would already have all that by default. And then there's the size thing. Well, hold on. Because you just said something that I think was mentioned in the Unearthed Arcana Dragonborn feat thing that we were just looking at. So if I go back to what I was looking at before, do 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 do. So dragon hide, right? This is I'm gonna read the feat, at least like the first sentence of it. The first sentence of it is you inherited the might and majesty of your dragon ancestors. The dragonborn are definitely related to dragons, at least in their ancestry, which makes it seem like the dragonborn are kind of like the next evolution of dragons, similar to how like if mankind evolved from like apes, dragonborn evolved from dragons, is what it seems like. Like sure, dragons are much more powerful, but dragonborn are like we can use tools and we're intelligent and bipedal and shit. Like I think it's supposed to be that kind of thing. Let's see. Kratos said Dragonborn are immensely tiny compared to dragons. I mean, we're very tiny compared to gorillas, right? I don't know. Let's see. Godzilla said dragons are control freaks. Let's see. Absent said the subscription service gives you access to free games. Does it give you access to free? Because from what I understand, it gives you sales, right? And it gives you higher play resolution. Also, Unknown Slayer said that you want to play. Sure, yeah, let's get a duel going. Do 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 do. Also, Unknown Slayer, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Do you have any questions for your boy or any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? You haven't had a chance to play yet, so I'm just gonna be like, it's your turn. Just hop on in. Do 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 do. I'll put you into the duel queue to where your turn is after Godzilla. Dun 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 dun. Kratos. Right now we're waiting for your boy Unknown Slayer because he hasn't had a chance to play yet. Let's see. So Kratos said you didn't let me get to that part. In the D&D world, dragons rule over weaker creatures like kobolds and goblins and have them do whatever the dragon wants. Oh, okay. Let's see. Absent said it is. Hmm. Hmm. Kratos said, my character is delusional and thinks that since they rule over creatures, it is the dragon's right to rule, just in general. Also, Unknown Slayer, I am ready to throw these hands. Are you ready to catch these hands? I'm choosing to go second because that helps my deck out a lot in most cases. Also, I'm going to set up to chaining manual from the get-go because I need it. Let's see. Let's see. Godzilla said, "Is there such a thing as a size potion in D&D?" Maybe. That sounds like something that would exist in D&D. I activate Pot of Extravagance, and I banish 6 cards from the top of my extra deck to draw 2 cards. We're starting with that Pot of Greed. I activate Meteor of Destruction to burn you for 1,000. I activate Meteor of Destruction to burn you for a second 1,000. I activate Meteor of Destruction to burn you for a third and final 1,000 life points of damage. Then I activate Cauldron of the Old Man to burn you for an extra 300 damage on top of that, and I set 1 card in my turn. What? Let's see. Godzilla said, "That's a cool character." Then Kratos said, "Thank you." Kratos was very hyped for the compliment. Understandably so. Let's see. Godzilla asked, "What's his alignment?" Kratos said, "There are really fun elements it adds to roleplay, especially with other players." Ooh, nice. How has your party reacted to your character? Like, how do they feel about it? Because sometimes I'll come up with characters that I think would be really cool and that people would enjoy, and then they hate it. They hate it with a passion. They're like, "What is this garbage?" So it really depends on who you play with, and I guess what their expectations of you are, like beforehand. I burn using Cauldron of the Old Man. Activate Mystic Mine. In phase in turn. Let's see. Kratos said, "I think it would be delusional myself if I said he was anything except lawful evil." Interesting. And Gazelle said, "All right." Kratos said, "Hey Nick, you should start doing D&D streams again. I'd be down to DM." I don't think I'd be down to do D&D streams. We could technically all play together, but I just feel like it's kind of a mess. Godzilla said, "Can you take me off the queue?" And then he said, "What if we do a Roll20 stream?" Oh, well, this is going to be the last match, anyways. It's 9 something. I technically should be eating right now, rather than playing Yu Gi Oh! Let's see. Hopefully, I'll be able to kill Unknown Slayer with the quickness. But we'll have to see about that. Let's see. Godzilla said online D&D. Kratos said, "I mean, doing a one shot here and there wouldn't be bad. We'd only have an hour, and it would really depend on, like, could we get everybody together to play? Would people, like, enjoy, like, doing that as, like, a group thing or not? Blah, 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 blah. You know, that kind of thing." Kratos said, "My character plays it off really well. He has +10 to deception, persuasion, and intimidation, so to charisma, it sounds like. The players outside the game obviously know what's going on." True. Kratos said, "But without metagaming, the characters don't know the extent of my character. Of his character's delusion." Then Godzilla said, "Okay. Let's see." So I start my turn. I put a counter on Cauldron of the Old Man. Unknown Slayer said that he made a mistake. I activate Pot of Extravagance, banishing 6 cards from the top of my extra deck, which allows me to draw 2 cards. That Pot of Greed. I activate Tremendous Fire to burn you for 1,000. I activate a second Tremendous Fire to burn you for another 1,000. I activate Cauldron of the Old Man to burn you for 900. In phase, in turn. The start of your draw phase, I activate Wabaku. Okay, so Unknown Slayer popped Wabaku. No, he didn't pop Wabaku. He popped Mystic Mine and he popped Cauldron of the Old Man. I would have won with Cauldron of the Old Man next turn if he had not popped it. Let's see. He summoned Superconductor Tyranno, who can deal 1,000 burn damage by tributing monsters. Sucks to suck. Godzilla said, "I might do my Galasar dude, maybe if we play online." Kratos said, "I could do a one shot in an hour. And we already got two people that would be able to play, you and Godzilla. That's all I need. Well, it would also be if people were down for it. Like it would probably be like a poll option. And if it's a poll option, then it starts creating like issues because it's a thing where it's like, let's say everybody's down, but then you're not like available to play with us. Then it creates like a weird situation. Do 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 because you're the DM. Uh, excuse me. You summoned a monster that had like 4,000 attack. Oh, I won. Unknown Slayer lost connection. Well, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding me ding, ring the notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. It's your friend, your boy, Jeff, like the one only logging out. Thank you all once again for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful night. Peace. I'll see you guys next time.